Hey folks, welcome back to Numan Reviews. We're going to look at Mark IV with a suit-up gantry by Hot Toys today. I've actually had this in my possession for a while, but never got around to unboxing it, and I thought now is a good time as any. I must also admit that Iron Man 2 is one of my least favorite Iron Man films. But the Mark IV is one of my favorite armors, and the film had some great action sequences, especially with War Machine. Plus, the gantry looks gorgeous. So we're going to take everything to the light box, and then bring it back out to the toy room for some fun poses. Before we do, I hope you can tap that like button and subscribe button to support my young channel. Here's the front of the box. In the center, you've got a line art of Iron Man Mark IV. Up top, you've got the Iron Man 2 logo. At the base, you have some branding. On the side of the box, the line art continues. This time, you can see the gantry. The side of the box continues the design. You've got a nice silhouette of Iron Man on the gantry. Also got some credit for Howard Chan and JC Hong and the other people behind this masterpiece series. Time to lift the lid on this thing. So inside you've got two boxes. The styrofoam box carries Iron Man and some gantry pieces. And behind that you actually have the rest of the gantry. The foam box is very protective. It's a very sturdy box. Keeps your Iron Man safe. I love the engraved logo. There you go. Mark IV looking absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful paint apps. There's Mark IV. There's that collar for the Tony sculpt. Of course, that's the Tony sculpt. And below you have 4 extra hands. So yeah, that looks good. Under this, there's a tray, which usually has his weapons, and most of these pieces go on his forearms. These are the weapons. Box of donuts, coffee, 1 donut, and sunglasses. These are the smaller gantry pieces. The bigger ones are in a separate tray. Here are the larger gantry pieces, and these are beautifully painted. Look at all those rust effects. Really nice paint apps. Underneath these should be the base. There you go, that's the base. That's where the gantry pieces fit. Nice sturdy piece. So we're going to examine everything deeply in a little bit. But first let's start with the manual, just to get an idea of how to put this all together and how to articulate the toy safely. Reading the manual is essential for a sophisticated toy like this. It tells you how to manage the LED light up functions, how to change the heads and the mask, how to put the glasses on, change the armor parts, including, of course, the weapons on the forearm, like the missiles. Can't wait to do that. Also tells you how to change the hands, how to articulate your toy safely. Some warnings so that you don't hurt yourself or the toy. And how to set up the gantry, of course. This seems a bit complex, but I think it should be okay. Usually Hot Toys is very intuitive when it comes to putting stuff together. Except maybe the batteries. And that's how you display your gantry unit. With, of course, Iron Man. There you go, that's the manual. Let's check out the accessories now. I've already got all the batteries in, but I just wanted to show you that it comes with a screwdriver and a pair of tweezers. You use these to get the batteries in. Sunglasses look quite nice. Pretty cute. I like how the rims are painted. Donut. Love how that frosting is painted. Doesn't look like a real donut, but it does look delicious still. Here's the coffee cup. It's not painted, but lots of detail on the top. There's even a bowl for him to drink out of. Very nicely crafted, this by Hot Toys. Here's the box of donuts. Unfortunately, the box is empty. There are no donuts inside. So, it's nice to have. Creates a nice scene for Tony lying down having donuts and coffee. For the repulsor hands, beautifully painted by Hot Toys. The red really pops. The position of the hand is like just blasting from his repulsors. Or he could be a traffic policeman telling cars to stop. I like that there's wear on the hands. Here are the articulated hands, again, some wear on them, which is great. Very nicely painted. You can move the fingers around. You won't get a perfect fist, but still fun to have. You can get a thumbs up. And of course, you can use the articulated hands to hold his donut, hold his coffee. So it's nice to have these articulated hands. Here's the collar. When you remove the head and you want to put the sculpt on, you first have to add the collar first at the neck. And yeah, it's nicely painted, and of course it matches the suit. And here is the sculpt now. Fantastic work from Hot Toys yet again. Look at the skin tone, it's beautiful. Really lifelike, very well done. Side profile is great. Facial hair, the sideburns, really nicely painted. The hair mold is excellent. Some richness to the hair color too. As you can see, there's dark brown and light brown. The eyes look very lifelike. They just add authenticity to this portrait. Here are all the panels that go on his forearms. These go on his shoulders. Very nicely painted, but they are a bit fragile. So you have to be very careful. When you're adding them, you hold the base part of it, but not the top. Because the top bit, where the weapons are, where the missiles are, those are a bit fragile. All the gantry pieces are really nicely crafted. Good solid material, excellent paintwork. Love it. Looks like these gantry pieces have been armoring Tony up for a while. And they all have points of articulation too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I do like the paint apps. These are the larger pieces. Look at the paint apps on this one. Really nice work by Hot Toys. This is the larger gantry. I think it grabs Tony's armor from his arm. Highly detailed. Look at those little mechanical arms. Here's the base where all the gantry pieces fit. It's transformable, so it opens up quite a bit. So let's go through how to put the gantry together. I'm not going to do any commentary right now, just going to put this together. Here we go, the gantry is quite ready, and looks absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful work by Hot Toys. Can't believe I own this. I feel very lucky to have this in my collection, and I can't wait to get Mark IV on it. But first, we need to take a deeper look at Mark IV out of the box. Mark IV straight out of the box looks like an absolute beauty. This is an old school movie armor. Look at the side profile. Looks like an absolute unit. Gorgeous paint apps. The red really pops. This is one of my favorite armors. This and Mark VI and Mark 46. But you might like the triangle more than the circle, then you probably like Mark VI. Otherwise, Mark IV is one of the best old school armors. Another look at Mark IV and paint me like one of your French Iron Man pose. Beautiful paint apps. The red really pops, especially under lights. Looks really nice. I also like all the wear and tear on the paint apps. So if you damage your armor, which you might when articulating, you might not notice the paint app damage. The accessories add so much flavor to this set. The sunglasses, the coffee cup, the donut and the donut box, and of course the head sculpt. Just make this toy so much fun. Overall, I'm very pleased with the aesthetics of this set. So let's look at the articulation now. Head rotates left, right, tilts left, tilts right, looks down, looks up, shoulder goes up really high. If you lift the pauldron, it can go up even higher. Arm rotates very nicely. It can actually rotate 360 degrees, but I'm not going to do that. But technically it can. Double jointed elbow. Bicep movement. Tilts left, right. Turns left, turns right, but if you raise the armor at the abs, you can get even more movement. There you go. Very nice. Leg kicks forward. Kicks back. Will kick back further if you raise the panels. If you want to avoid scratching the paint. Double jointed knee, of course. Looks very nice. Thigh rotation. Ankle and toe pivot. You can also raise these flaps for missiles. Very cool, right? You can also take off the chest plate, which I'm going to show you in a second. Let me just fix the head. Now you can see all the intricate workings behind the chest plate. Looks really nice. Good detail work by Hot Toys. At the back, you can raise the air flaps too. There you go. Lift these two. And looks pretty good too. Nicely molded, good paint apps. Overall, I'm very pleased with the articulation on Hot Toys Mark IV. Here he is with the lights on. Looks pretty good, though I wish the lights were a bit brighter, especially on the hand, but the chest and the eyes, they look pretty cool. Here he is for a size comparison with Mark I. His partner in crime, Mark VI and Mark I, of course, shared a fantastic fight sequence right at the end of Iron Man 2. So if you have Mark IV or Iron Man Mark VI in your collection, you definitely need War Machine Mark I, because these old school armors pair very nicely together. Mark IV now on the Gantry looks absolutely stunning. The Gantry is magnetized, it's also got a lot of articulation, so you can have a lot of fun just posing this figure on the Gantry. It should come as no surprise to anyone that my final score for Hot Toys Mark IV Diecast plus Gantry is going to be 5 out of 5 stars. The armor itself is stunning, beautifully painted with lots of fun Tony Stark accessories. Likewise, the Gantry is a labor of love with outstanding paint apps and lots of play value. There are a couple minor downsides though. I wish the lights were a bit brighter on the armor, and some of the accessories do feel a bit fragile. In addition, the magnets on the Gantry may need to be re-glued after a while. Overall though, this is a brilliant and stunning looking set. Any fan of Iron Man toys should have it. That's my review, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you can stick around for some fun poses from Mark IV on the Gantry. And I hope you tune in next time for more reviews by Noman. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button.
We might as well rock and roll.